welcome back to my channel. Until it happens. Oh, my voice. Oh, what happened? It just went out. I'm so shook. Let's do that again. Okay. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Taylor happens. Find out what's happening with Taylor, and today we're going to talk about godly friendships and the importance of godly friendships. First thing I would say about godly relationships that's important is it teaches you about relationship. In godly friendship, I had to, step out of my comfort zone. It took me reciprocity, vulnerability, transparency to get to know someone. They can get to know me because it's different. With your family, they already know you. You know what I'm saying? You've grown up with them. They've known you from since you were small. So like with other people, I had to be intentional about cultivating that relationship and connecting with someone, and taught me how to be more generous, how to be more loving, how to show agape love, a sacrificial love. So that's what godly friendships will. So yeah, that really taught me how to have a relationship with other people, and it also taught me how to not idolize those relationships and put them before God, put another person before God. So I would say, oh, wow, my hands are just. Anyway, yeah, godly friendship definitely taught me about relationship in general and how to treat people, how to tell me about myself, things like that. So I would definitely say it teaches you about relationship. Godly friendships are also an avenue in which God communicates. When I'm being stubborn and I don't want to hear what the Lord's saying to me, or if I'm just not focusing on what He's trying to say to me, I'm just kind of like at odds with Him a little bit. My friends will say something that I didn't think of, and I'm like, okay, I know God is speaking through them to reach me because He knows that I need to hear this. So I would definitely say they're definitely an avenue in which God communicates to us, and it's important to have those people around us, however many they are, so that He's able to use them to speak to us. Another great thing about godly friendships is that they're able to encourage you in the word and support you. So sometimes, they might have learned something in their small group or their time with God, and they tell me about it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I really need that today. And they never, they don't know that that's something you needed, but they're like, you know what, I heard this from God, this might be helpful for someone else, and they share with you. So they're able to encourage you in the word, and that's a really important thing, especially if you're not reading the word for yourself at that moment, or you just having a hard time understanding. So I find that that's a really good thing for me. They helped to build us up, because the word is like our daily bread. So the fact that our friends can speak to us in that way is a blessing on top. Godly friendships give you perspective. I have a mentor, and she is great. She helps me see my situations differently than I would, and she just gives an outside view of things I'm going through, because I tend to throw myself a pity party sometimes when I'm just not having a good time. Like, I'm stressed, I'm worried, I'm sad about a lot of things like that, and she helps give perspective on what I'm going through. It helps me to see outside of everything, because when you're in a storm, you're just looking at the storm, you feel it every day, you think about it, but she helps me see it from God's view, or just an outside view that helps me not be stuck in where I'm at. So I find that godly friendships help give you perspective, and perspective can change everything. It can help you really view your situation differently. That way you react differently. Godly friendships keep you on track. My friends make sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. If I haven't been hanging out with people that much, or I'm just sitting in my room, they're like, Taylor, you need to get up and go hang out with some people, connect with some people, go out and do something. They're just checking on my well-being, making sure I'm on track. Like, I was good last week, but am I good this week? They're just making sure that, in this walk with God, that I'm not falling behind or anything like that, that they're there with me and they're supporting me and they're just checking on me. So I find that godly friendships are great for keeping you on track, because sometimes you're in a high season, sometimes you're in a low season. It really just depends, and they just make sure that they got you basically through it all. So I find that they really help keep me on track. Godly friendships are really important for community. I find that I tend to be isolated a lot. I like to be in my room, be in my comfortable little bubble, eat my snacks, watching my movies, no crazy noises, just quiet and calm. And that is good sometimes, but not all the time. It can be really unhealthy. And sometimes my friends gotta be like, Taylor, come on, we gotta meet up, we gotta hang out, let's go, da da da. It's not because I don't want to hang out with them, it's just I really feel comfortable in my bubble. But that's not good, because in isolation you're very vulnerable to the attacks of the enemy, and that time he can really just come at you and you have no one to speak against that word. So it's important to not always be by yourself in your little bubble in isolation. It's important to have community, because man should not be alone. And I also find that in that community, I have people I can confide in, I can share with them how I'm feeling, what's going on, things like that. And it just puts me in a better space, to share with someone. Even though I can share with God, I also want to share with the people He's placed in my life. So I find that's important as well. So definitely godly friendships are great for community as well. Okay, this is the last thing I will say specifically about godly friendships. Not all friends are for every season. Some friends are very integral, or an integral part of one season. They will help you on that part. So say it's a season of singleness, there might be a friend that you have for accountability that will help you in that season, but they may not be as an integral part in the next season. So it's important that you know not every friend is for all the seasons, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be the same person all the time. And you know, because people change, people shift and grow and mature, and you know, they may be closer to someone this time than they were with you the other time, but that's not saying things are bad. It's just that, you know, you guys just aren't that close this season. That's okay. Some people have to fall back, some people are not on the same wavelength as you, so things like that just change. You just have to kind of like roll with it and accept that, you know, for this season you helped me grow, you helped me learn, and I'm better because of it. So not every friend is for every season. I would say that godly friendships were definitely essential for me and my spiritual growth, me maturing, having people to do life with. Because at first, like, I read my Bible, but like not that much. And so my, you know, close friends in the beginning were helping me read the Bible, stay on track. We would talk about it, go over it, things like that. It was a lot harder to do by myself. With people who were doing it with me, it was a lot easier, a lot more fun, a lot more interactive. And I would say that a lot of my spiritual growth has definitely been to friends doing it with me. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys learned a little bit about godly friendships and the importance of it, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.